We've been renovating our kitchen on a budget, but because of the new sink size, we can't put our original cabinetry doors back. So I took some measurements of the width and the height. I painted 2 coats on the pine trim piece and my flat decorative corbels. Next, I sewed some simple curtains to fill this area. With my curtains sewn, all I have to do is slide my tension rod through the panels like so, and then just simply push this tension rod up between the opening. I took the flat trim piece and used an air nailer just to secure it. Then I added my decorative corbels into place. This is such a super simple project and easy to do, and I love the way this just finishes up this space with a farmhouse touch. Now, this clutter under my sink is hidden with these beautiful curtains.
Grab a gold curtain rod to make this trendy wall decor for a fraction of the cost. I printed some free vintage landscape prints online and placed them into thrifted picture frames. I used pliers to shape wire into S hooks. I recruited the tallest person in my home to hang the curtain rod. I'd recommend using drywall anchors or securing it into studs to make it more secure. Once the towel rod was level, I placed a hook with gold chain on it. I added 2 more hooks with chain at slightly different lengths. I attached my vintage prints at varying heights to the chain using hot glue. Now I have a super trendy chain picture hanger for a lot less. I hope this inspired you to create your hanging picture frame decor with a curtain rod.
I grabbed this towel rod for the best kitchen hack. I used a stud finder to locate the studs. I wanted to drill at least one end of the towel rack into the studs. I put one end of the towel rack on, placed the level on top, and marked where the other side of the towel rack needed to be so that the rod would be level. For this side, I used drywall anchors to ensure a strong hold. Then I grabbed some black shower curtain rings, placed them on the towel rack, and hung my favorite cutting boards and frying pan. Now I have modern kitchen decor that was so quick and easy.
Listen up, RV owners. Are you looking for more storage in your RV? I have the perfect hack for you, and it's with tension rods. Use it in your sink to hang anything that you need to dry. If you want to use the same size rod, you can find areas where you need more hanging storage. We always have our dog's leashes on the ground and their harness, so we threw this one over the coat rack and it's great. Everything stays off the ground. Another option is to use it in your bathroom or shower. We hang anything in there that's drying. Often we hand wash our clothes, or we're just drying towels or swimsuits and we just don't have enough storage on the walls. So these are great options. It stays in your camper. It can come down easily. It doesn't do any damage. And there's so many ways that you can utilize these.
The first thing you will need to do is measure the distance across the front of your cabinet. Then measure the depth. Then cut your pieces. Try to make sure that you have a full scallop along the front ends. Also cut pieces to be the support pieces that you will attach to the underside of the cabinet. I always find it helpful to find an inspiration piece that I will be using to style the area and choose colors from it. For this project, I found this soft yellow and sage green fall pick and a cream sunflower garland. I love this varathane wood stain called aged wheat. For the stain scalloped, I'm going to embellish it with half wood circles. Simply glue the half wood circles along the top edge of the scallop with E6000 adhesive. Now that the paint is dry, let's try a couple of different ways to embellish. First, drawing from the soft yellow in my inspiration pieces, I painted small wood leaves in folk art acrylic paint called Daybreak. Then I figured out a design with the leaves and glued them on with E6000 glue. The next option is finding some pressed flowers and greenery. I found mine on Amazon. Then I set up a pretty design and glued them on with Siafixed instant adhesive in medium viscosity. Once everything is dry, it is time to attach the wood supports. Apply a thin line of Siafixed instant adhesive along the edge of the support and glue it at a right angle along the top. I found these sticky dots at the dollar store, but you can find them online too. I attached them to the supports and adhered them to the bottom of the cabinet. Now let's look at all the different versions. I like how each one has its own personality. This was such a fun and easy project, and I think my cabinet looks so much more interesting.
For my next project, I'm going to head down to the hardware store and I'm going to grab some tension rods. These come in various colors and sizes. The great thing is you can twist them to make them bigger, longer, or smaller. Boy, I get these cabinets just full, especially a bunch of blankets that I'm using for guests when they want to come over. And knowing my teenage son, he's just going to shove that in there and they're going to fall out anytime I use the cabinet. Using a tension rod between the top and the bottom, I can put those in there and they won't fall out. It keeps it and holds it in place. You got a small laundry room? We'll put a tension rod right up inside the doorway and it's perfect for hanging your shirts. Keeps them from getting wrinkled and you can put as many up there as long as the tension rod can hold them up. Next, I'm going to go to the pantry. I know my paper towels and a lot of things take up a lot of room. Taking a tension rod between the cabinets, between the top and the bottom, I can go ahead and stick all my paper towels in there. It's really easy to do and it makes enough room for plenty of other items. I can stack those in there and as I use them, just refill it. Makes a lot of room for the next items I need to put in there. My next tension rod hack is going to be back at the shower. I can put one of these up over the top of the shower between the two walls, or you can use the walls of the shower itself. I can hang wet clothes or any type of towels to dry. For these, I'm going to use a bathing suit. Once these hang up, they're going to drip and dry on the shower floor, which is much better than anywhere else, especially against a tile or carpet floor. If it's Christmas or just birthdays, it's easy to get lost in all the wrapping paper and how to handle it. By taking these rods and putting them through the wrapping paper, you can put the tension on anything between cabinets. I'm going to use this on my desk. Once I get the tension rod all situated, I'm going to pull the wrapping paper and I can wrap as many gifts as I want, and it makes it so easy to clean up and handle the wrapping paper. The next hack is to go over to the cabinets and get them situated. Remember that wrapping station? Well, we can do the same with tape and scissors. Take a tension rod. This one is black and it matches the cabinet itself. I can go ahead and tension that between the cabinets, hang up a hook, and I can put my scissors on it and also hold up my tape. The next one is I've got a little toddler that sometimes runs around the house when we babysit. If I put a little tension rod over the books, it keeps him from going over and trying to knock those books out and keeps it right in place. The next thing is underneath the kitchen sink. There's so many spray bottles. It seems like we have cleaners for anything and everything. Putting up a tension rod will hold up the spray bottles. You can put those in up and down all around on that tension rod. Don't want to put too much weight, but look at that. It clears up that floor, makes it nice and ready to go for anything else you want to put in there. I hope all these tension rod hacks have given you inspiration to reach out and try your own hacks yourself. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time.